Hey guys, Shadylikeatree here, and I have a little Twisted Metal 2 gameplay for you guys today this is episode 10 of Reminiscing with Shady. Again, this is Twisted Metal 2. The game was released on October 31st, 1996. I would have been about 7 years old at the time. It was developed by Sony Interactive and then published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Only for PlayStation. You could only get this game on the original PlayStation 1 until November 1st, 2007, when it was re-released on PlayStation Network. And then I believe in 2000 it was released for Windows as well. But the Windows game did not receive high reviews. This game is innovative for its gameplay of the time and its rather smooth controls for a game of its time. And I say that because after playing the last several dozen Need for Speed Underground, Most Wanteds, and whatnot, it feels a little jank. But you know, this game is 16 years old now, so you'll have that. It basically, for those of you who don't know the franchise, basically the story goes is this guy Calypso is like this. I'm not really sure what he is, but he's all powerful, I guess. Well, not all powerful, but he's very powerful. And if you win the Twisted Metal contest, and then you are granted one wish. So whatever you want, you get one wish, and it happens. A couple characters. One character wants to free her brother, bring her brother back. That's Calypso's story. I think Axel wants to be removed from his car because he's been in his car for like 20 years or something. And everyone has their own little backstory. And if you play their character in the story mode, you find out what it is they want. And that's a little nifty. I think there's 10 cars you can pick from, maybe more. Right now I'm playing as the Warthog General. I'm playing against Sweet Tooth, Outlaw 2, Axel, Reaper, Shadow, and I think that there's one more, but I don't remember who it is. And you can play against them all. Each car comes with its own special weapon. This car has three different colored homing missiles, and you get a bonus damage if you connect with all three. And I do that actually here in a little bit. But I want to say that Twisted Metal 2 was the first game I ever bought for myself. Right there, I kill him with one of the bombs. By myself, with my own money that I had earned various ways. I bought it when I was like 9. I had saved up birthday money, and I had worked. As not a paper boy, but like a. What I did was I took the papers in the stacks, and I took the stacks from one end of the building to the other on this cart, and because I'd always wanted to be in the newspaper industry, and they paid me like $10 to do that every day, and it was like 10 minutes of work, and I saved up my money for weeks. What felt like weeks. Well, it was probably like a week when I was, I think, like 10, and I managed to pull it off and get the game. My mom signed off on it, not knowing what it was, and Twisted Metal was the first game to ever get timeouted from, I guess, because she did not realize what exactly it was all about, and I was killing people and blowing up cars and stuff. Even though she bought me High Octane, she thought this was a little bit more realistic with the scream and the gore and the explosions and shit. So it bothered her a little bit more, and she actually kept this game for about 8 weeks. And then my dad, I guess, convinced her to not do that because I had bought it with my own money, and it would not be fair. And so she gave it back to me. So I got this game. I had it for a couple days, and then after that, I wasn't really allowed to play it for a long period of time. And so it was kind of fun back then. Well, it wasn't kind of fun. It was really fun back then, and it was good playing it again. I'm a little not used to it because the controls, like I said, now the controls are a little hard, a little difficult to get a hold to. The control scheme is, for me, it's difficult because I'm so used to, the opposing way of doing things, and from Need for Speed and not the Twisted Metal controls. But it also handles kind of weird. The physics are insanely weird. not just because I'm using a car that's hard to handle, but just because the physics are weird. But overall, it's still a good game. One of my favorites of all time. I actually just bought, which is why I'm doing this episode today. I just bought the new Twisted Metal 2012. I guess is what it's being called, and I'm getting pounded here by missiles. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. The storyline is great. It's a little more morbid than I remember, but that's because I was probably a naive kid and didn't really pay a whole hell of a lot of attention. But yeah, ooh, look at that homing missile. I love it. I love every minute of it. I'm playing the Sweet Tooth one first. I played that for a little bit. I'm about halfway through that. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to play. And then I'm gonna play the other missions and then hop online and record some gameplay for you guys. So hopefully, if that looks entertaining at all. But Twisted Metal also, I should mention, I'm gonna do another one. Twisted Metal Black actually came with Twisted Metal 2012, so I'm gonna replay that and record that for you guys for not this week because there would be too much of a Twisted Metal overload. But I played this on a I think you guys have heard me talk about this box TV that I had when I was a kid. It was when I first got my PlayStation. My parents had this really, really crappy, like 13 channel volume control TV with like the knobs where like it was only 13 channels, and then we had like a little cable box adapter thingy that like you had to physically push the button on to get it to change the channel. And that was interesting to say the least. This was back in the day when remotes weren't nearly as prevalent as they are now, and I just got blown up there, and that makes me very sad. But I come back to life here in a second. Sorry, I'm a little yawny. It's early in the morning. But I played it on that, and the graphics on that were so bad. That TV was like 5 years older than I was at the time, and it was just nuts and gross and hard to see. So I got better after they got a new TV in their bedroom. I would come in and play this on that, and that TV was just nuts. I have to find a picture of that TV and show you guys at some point. We might still have it. Actually, I'm sure we don't have that. I'm sure that got thrown out. But I will somehow find that TV and see if I can't look it up and show you what exactly I'm talking about, because I know a lot of you are too young to remember old style TVs, and all you've seen are these flat screen HD televisions that look amazing and are aesthetically pleasing and remind me of beautiful women and just absolute pancakes. Yeah. So this gameplay I recorded the other day. Actually, it was yesterday, I think. I don't remember. But one of the things that was funny about this is I forgot about all the weird ass sound effects. I think I killed Sweet. Sweet Tooth was the first person I killed, but you heard this like da-da-da-da thing. It was stupid but hilarious. See Daisy. And I remember being a kid and just thinking that, like, oh my god, the sound effects are so real. So real. And look at there, I just killed a person. Did you see that gore? That was me killing a person. It's not the first time I've done it, and I'm sure it's not the last time I'll do it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But when I was first playing this, like I said, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And now I'm just amazed at see how because I played this immediately following playing the new Twisted Metal, and it's just amazing how in 16 years how far a game or a franchise or I guess technology has really come because it's night and day, really. I wish I would have recorded some of that and I could have put it side by side for you guys, but like seeing Outlaw and seeing Sweet Tooth and just the difference of look and whatnot, and here things are really kind of bright and kind of cartoonish. But in the new one, the new Twisted Metal, everything's kind of dark and morbid, and I'm about to put the poop down on Outlaw right here. I had no idea where Outlaw was. I was just like, I don't know where you are, come find me. And that little dot on the radar is not helpful at all. But I'm just throwing the napalm out, just hoping that it like runs into him, because I have no idea where it is. Yeah, so the gameplay is almost over here, guys. I wanted to thank you guys for watching there's bi-weekly, today's episode of Reminiscing with Shady. I believe Twisted Metal is one of my favorite franchises. I have several franchises that I follow. I follow Madden, MLB 12, Call of Duty, of course, Twisted Metal, Uncharted, and Infamous, and all of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I was victorious finally, but this has been episode 10 of Reminiscing with Shady and Twisted Metal 2.